Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to the channel for more Destiny 2 news and intel. Today, once again, is Friday, so we have our Friday weekly update. XUR has returned. No Trials of Osiris this weekend, unfortunately, because we have Iron Banner. But Iron Banner is also a really great thing at the moment, and I would encourage everybody to go out and play at least a few Iron Banner matches this weekend. But we're going to cover all the information regarding XUR, Iron Banner, as well as a whole bunch of other topics, including contest mode, which should also be re-engaged at the time that you are watching this for the Sundered Doctrine dungeon. Another chance to get the Finality's Auger on your very first run, if you can complete it on the challenge mode. We'll also talk about some Glaive glitches, some Nether glitches, and some stuff that you might want to head over to Eververse for. I got my buddies Lord Simple and Divine Lord Sinister joining me in the tower. That is the coolest emote ever. But now we're going to pop over to XUR, see what he's selling. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram. It'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things that I just mentioned also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel. We do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. When we reach 100,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away an Xbox Series or a PlayStation or a video card if you play on PC. You can also stick around till the end of the video for the secret hashtag. You can leave in the comment section for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. Also, any feedback, comments, always interested to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. We'll also give you another entry into the next giveaway. Or if I mispronounce anything during the course of this video, you can leave the correct pronunciation in the comment section. It'll also give you another entry. Okay, so to start off with our catalyst, we have the Skyburner catalyst available. I would pick it up if you don't have it, but maybe not the most essential at the moment. We do have the Rat King catalyst, which has apparently been pretty decent in PvP at the moment, but also one that I don't find myself using that often, though if you don't have them, I would pick them both up. These are sort of classic exotics. These have been around for as long as I can remember. I know the Rat King was, I think, one of the first exotics in Destiny 2, so worth picking up if you don't have them, just because, as I said, they are sort of classics. For exotic armor, we have an Assassin's Cowl with a 65 total roll and I would say, a decent stat distribution for the hunters. And the Assassin's Cowl is still, I think, one of the more meta exotics. Powered melee kills and finishers grant invisibility and healing. This used to be incredible with arc builds. You could really just keep the invis going, and you could stack up that really beefy melee attack. With a 1-2 punch shotgun, you were a solo king, at least for a season I was when I was playing on Hunter. But this one exotic actually kept me very interested in this game at a very slow point, because I switched over to a Hunter and was just really enjoying it. I don't know how it plays with Prismatic, but you can let me know in the comment section down below. We have a Mark 44 stand-aside with a 66 total roll, also not a terribly bad stat distribution. I would pick it up if you don't have it. Safer shoulder charge abilities. I don't really know exactly how this plays at the moment, but as I said, decent rolls on both of these. And then we have the Getaway Artist for the Warlock with a 66 roll. I would definitely pick this up. This is, in my opinion, the best exotic for Warlocks at the moment for endgame PvE content, simply because of the way that it pairs with Prismatic. You can get your Helion as well as the Arc Buddy, so you can have 2 turrets at one time. This is just an absolute excellent exotic. You can also use this with Stasis to get unlimited Stasis turrets, because every single time you can consume your grenade, your Arc Grenade, you'll be able to get a Stasis turret as well as the Arc Buddy. So it's really, really broken. I mean, I wouldn't say it's broken, but it's incredibly excellent. So pick it up if you don't have it. This is a very decent stat distribution and a very good roll. So if you don't have them, now you do. We also have the exotic class items available for farming this weekend. So if you have unlocked exotic class items, you can farm them from XUR. I have heard questions about this in the past. There is only currently one way to unlock exotic class items, and that is by doing the Dual Destiny mission. So once you have completed Dual Destiny, you can then farm exotic class items from all other sources, so the Pale Heart or XUR. There was one other opportunity to unlock exotic class items. That was during the Festival of the Lost this past fall. If you did not unlock exotic class items during that event, you still cannot farm them. The only other way to do that is to do the Dual Destiny, and then you can farm them from XUR. So people who are looking to farm exotic class items when XUR does bring them and are unable to, that is why. You still need to complete the Dual Destiny, unfortunately. But if you do, you can farm them out to your heart's content. This is not limited to one buy. So long as you have strange coins, you can buy as many of these as you want. The only downside is if you did unlock them during Festival of the Lost, you will not be able to focus them through your ghost in the Pale Heart, but I'm sure a lot of people don't really care about that. Over on the More Strange Offers page, for this week, we have Ascendant Shards for 41 strange coins. We have 7 Enhancement Cores for 7 strange coins. Not a bad deal there. We have 13 Enhancement Cores for 17 strange coins. Terrible deal. We have 19,000 Glimmer for 5 strange coins. I'm going to pick it up because it's so cheap. And we also have 44,000 Glimmer for 7 strange coins. I mean, you can't shake your head at these deals. I know it's just Glimmer, but hey, I upgrade a lot of weapons. Glimmer is always great. Never just turn away free Glimmer. This is essentially free Glimmer. We have Gambit Engrams available this week. Maybe you can get a Bygones, which is absolutely shredding in PvP at the moment. So if you're playing Iron Banner this week, I know everybody's talking about the new one from Competitive, which I have on me. This name I can't remember at the moment. Let me just look over on my character really quick. Everybody's talking about this guy up here, the Redrix. I don't know how to pronounce that last word, but the new Redrix pulse rifle. This is really good, I have to say. It's very good. It's very much like the BXR, but it is not as good. And I repeat, it is not as good as a Bygones. And if you have a Bygones, definitely equip it. I don't know where my Bygones is. I normally have one always on my character. Did it somehow get unequipped from my character? How did that happen? But pick one up of those if you don't have one. Maybe you can get it from those Engrams. Now, on to the major thing. Well, actually, before we get into all the other stuff, remember to pick up your exotic cipher to turn any of your exotic gear into essentially Artifice armor. I know that a lot of people don't really care about that anymore because we are getting stat reworks, but that's not till the summer. So for this week, we have the Hawkmoon with moving target and heavy grip. Probably not bad for PvP. We have a Sweet Business. We have a Wave Splitter. And we have the Queensbreaker again. Now, everybody should buy this weapon if you don't have it. The Queenbreaker. I always say Queensbreaker. I think it's because somebody said in a comment on my last video when I mispronounced it, because there was the Queensbreaker bow in D1. So I'm aging myself here. But the Queenbreaker linear fusion rifle is probably one of the best linear fusion rifles in the game, if not the best at the moment, and definitely one of the best exotics for the new Sundered Doctrine dungeon. So if you're looking to do that on challenge mode today, this might be essential. This paired with Divinity is excellent. And I know it was doing a little bit more damage. It was a little bit broken, and they kind of patched that out, but it's still incredibly good. So pick it up if you don't have it. For legendary weapons, we have a Nature of the Beast with Hipfire Grip and Vorpal Weapon. We have a No Reprieve with Pugilist, Wellspring, and Right Hook. Deepsight activation weapon here. We have a Far Future Sniper Rifle with Quick Draw and Wellspring. We have the Deadpan Delivery with Surplus, Killing Wind, and Vanguard's Vindication. We have a Temptations Hook with Heavy Guard, Tireless Blade, and Whirlwind Blade. We have a Memory Interdict with Surplus and Unrelenting. And then normally I would say we have an Eternity's Edge specifically for the Warlocks. However, because of a glitch which is now apparently becoming a feature, all class-specific glaives as well as swords can now be used on every single class. So if you're a Titan, you can use the Eternity's Edge. Now, originally, this was a glitch at the onset of the new episode, but apparently Bungie has decided that they're just going to keep that and not patch it, not fix it, not make those things class-specific anymore. So any class-specific glaive or sword, have at it. You can now use it for as long as, I mean, I don't think they're going to patch it. I don't think it's going to get fixed. I think this is now a feature. So enjoy all that. And then for legendary armor, we have the simulator armor set this week. Very good gauntlets for the Warlock. Not that great a chest piece. Not that great a helmet. And halfway decent boots. So I haven't had a chance, unfortunately, to check what the Hunter and Titan had this week, but everything's in the mid to high 60s, so that's probably going to be uniform across the board. And with a standout piece like this is usually a sign that there's going to be at least one standout piece for all three classes. So I'm sure that if you are on a Hunter or Titan, I would appreciate a comment down below if you do end up picking up any of the legendary armor, or if there is one particular standout, but I'm sure you will find it with a, you know, I would say at least a 65 plus with a very good stat distribution. And that is going to be it for XUR today. We'll now make our way around the tower. We'll head up to Banshee 44 really quick. Check out his roles. We'll talk about Iron Banner a little bit, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff, as I talked about contest mode at the beginning of this video. So contest mode should be re-enabled, and if you can complete contest mode, you will guarantee yourself the Finality's Auger. This is, of course, in the Sundered Doctrine dungeon. So if you can complete that on contest, first drop should be the exotic. Iron Banner has some interesting stuff that I want to talk about. I did talk about it at the beginning of the week, but a little bit more detail. It seems unfortunate that these roles are not actually changing. I was, well, at least what I thought was that Banshee was bringing sort of static weapons at the beginning of every week, and that the roles would rotate. Apparently, the roles are staying static as well. So I don't know if that's a bug or if that's just the new way that Banshee functions, but sort of unfortunate, because Banshee was always kind of that one vendor that every day you would go and check just to see what roles or what weapons he had. I think we should bring back at least random rolls every single day on the weapons that he brings. Over at our buddy Lord Saladin, a weapon that I talked about at I'd say the beginning of the week, but I want to go into a little bit more detail, is the Peace Bond. Now, two things about the Peace Bond. One, this particular weapon has a 40.43 TTK. So this is, I think, one of the fastest time to kill weapons in the game currently, if not like the fastest. This one with Headstone, Desperado, and the Skulking Wolf origin trait is actually a very good one. I have a slightly better one, I would say, for PvP, but this is an excellent weapon to farm out. One caveat with this weapon is apparently there is a bug that is preventing this weapon from random rolls, so you can, on occasion, get static rolls, even if you're just turning in your Iron Engrams. So once you've acquired this weapon, you can then focus it, of course, over on the focus decoding page right here. If you notice that you're getting the same roll over and over again, that is a bug. But apparently, it is in the process of getting fixed. Another thing with Iron Banner, which is a glitch, is that apparently you were not getting your point rewards from completions of Iron Banner if you were running Stasis. So just don't run Stasis at the moment. That's the only fix that Bungie apparently has put forth for that. Apparently it's a continuing bug, and I'm sure it's not going to get patched until the next Iron Banner. Just briefly, over on my character, I wanted to show you the Peace Bond that I have. This is a primarily a PvP-focused one. I've been absolutely loving it in PvP, but this one with Zen Moment and Headseeker. I throw on the Ballistics mod. Been doing me doing me good things in Iron Banner, putting in the work. So I would suggest very much farming that out for PvP, and it's also not a bad weapon for PvE. Briefly, over at Commander Zavala this week, I talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the week, but we'll cover it just briefly again. We have the Shadow Price Adept. Well, actually, the Shadow Price Adept is not available because GMs don't launch until next week, but we do have the Shadow Price available. Brief thing that I wanted to cover, because I don't usually cover Eververse items that aren't available for Bright Dust, but I did notice that there was something kind of unique over at Tess. Hopefully it is still here. I don't care about that. I just want to shift the page. We have the Event Horizon Skimmer set. Now, the only reason I'm giving any attention to this at all is because I believe this is only the 4th version of a skimmer. Of course, it's not going to show it to me. I might have to go to Orbit for that. But only the 4th skimmer I believe we have. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but so far as I could tell, as far as I can remember, we had the original skimmer from the Guardian games. We have the XUR'S skimmer. We have a Gallahorn skimmer, and I think now this one. So this is a very cool skimmer, in my opinion, if I could actually look at it. You can kind of see it here. Unfortunately, the loading times in Destiny are just terrible. I mean, even in the store. Normally the store is the thing that holds up, but not today. It's going to show me the ship. It's not going to show me the skimmer. Show me the skimmer, please, please, please. Nope, it's not going to do it. In any case, pick that up for silver. I usually don't, as I said, ever suggest anybody getting anything for silver, but if you're looking for a skimmer, if you don't have one, that's a pretty cool one. Definitely got me thinking about maybe spending a little silver on that skimmer. As far as the Nether is concerned, the last topic for today's video, a couple of things, and I might actually cover this a little bit more later, maybe over the weekend, but if you are heading into the Nether as a solo player, there is a fairly significant glitch that you can do in this particular arena, I guess that's what they're calling it, where you will not die. You can essentially get God mode inside the Nether. Now, the reason or the way you do this is you have to start in the trenchway. It's an important part. You can't start anywhere else. So load into the Nether until you end up in the trenchway. Complete that area, that first area, and then once you have the boons unlocked, so you actually complete that area until it says Disrupt Erosion Ritual 2 out of 3. Now, once you get to that point, there's actually a spot, and I might have to show this at a later date, specifically what spot, but you can actually jump out of that zone through a glitch in a wall and then run back into the zone, and then you can get the boons. Now, once you unlock the boons, you can then go and get those boons over again, or you can stock up on all the boons. So you'll essentially be super powered going into the Nether. I don't know if people need this quite as much as they might have the first week when the healing augments weren't really helping quite as much, but certainly something, if interested, I can cover more at a later date. Iron Banner also has, remember, our Iron Banner rank boosters. Remember, this is done by equipping pieces of Iron Banner gear and an emblem. You can only have the one emblem equipped, but Iron Banner gear, a lot of people don't realize, is Iron Banner armor as well as weapons. Count for gear as well as Iron Banner ornaments. And remember, you can equip an Iron Banner piece of gear, so a piece of armor, and then have a different Iron Banner ornament on top of that already existing piece of Iron Banner gear, and you will get double for that one piece of gear. So it will count as 2 pieces of Iron Banner gear equipped instead of 1. Just a brief little update. I talked about that a little earlier in the week. We have the Prophecy Dungeon this week, as well as the Vexcalibur exotic mission. We have the Deepstone Crypt raid is one of our featured raids this week. I believe our other featured raid is over. Oh no, we have a featured dungeon. The Sundered Doctrine. Apparently, the challenge mode is not enabled yet. I'm not totally sure why that is. It should be up soon if it's not already. I thought it was going to be going live on Friday, but maybe they're changing that to a specific time, maybe in the afternoon. Let me know if the Sundered Doctrine challenge goes live at a certain point. I'm just not aware. We have, for our other featured dungeon, the Root of Nightmares. Over in the EDZ, we have the Warlord's Ruin featured dungeon. I said featured dungeon on Root of Nightmares, featured raid. But that is going to conclude all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as I said before, for more Destiny 2 content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram. It'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things I just mentioned, as well as any comment about any of the topics we discussed or anything I might have mispronounced, in the comment section down below. We'll give you another entry into the next giveaway for this video. You can also leave a hashtag XUR or hashtag the final shape or a hashtag Sundered Doctrine in the comment section for another entry into the next giveaway. My buddy Divine Lord Sinister might be doing a live stream or two over the course of the weekend, so if he is live streaming, I will make sure to pin his Twitch channel in the comments. Head over there, tell him I sent you. And once more, I am Wilhelm Scream. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend, and of course, we will see you next time.